Good evening, sports fans. Just a quick one. 3 weeks ago, I was at Cyclone Race, and it was just one of the most surreal moments as part of the charity. And the reason being is all week we built up, we were going to do this challenge. I was going to walk around, get people doing burpees. This year's challenge is 10 burpees for £10. So when I got there on the day, I had raging anxiety. I couldn't really find any energy to go and speak to strangers about what we do as a charity. I was on my own, trying to just, get people doing this burpee challenge I said I was going to get people to do. And I couldn't find anything from within myself. I'd spoken to people I knew there and said hello and just said, little bits and bobs, but the idea of talking to strangers about the charity just eluded me. I couldn't bring myself to do it. And what I want you all to know is that on the day I was struggling, I knew at about 11:30 or whatever it is, it was my turn to run in Cyclone Race with the flag, and Dan and Dom, like, they were perfect. They were so supportive, but I couldn't just find the words to speak to anyone. So what I did is I took stock of that, recognised it, and actually I've got an amazing network around me. I've got my wife, I've got close friends who I can talk to, and so I'm going to play a couple of videos that I took on that day. One of the joys about running a mental health awareness charity is having that ability to get anyone talking about mental health awareness. And today I've got the anxiety jitters, so I'm struggling to go out and find the energy to speak to people about mental health awareness. The irony is full circle, but I'm just going to try and enjoy the day. I'm going to try and break the mould and get out of whatever it is I'm in, but if not, we'll just do what we can. But I will post this video at some point, but who knows. And I'm still going to put the flag on. I'm still going to go and run in the event itself so we can raise awareness, because maybe I'm learning that that's the easiest form for me sometimes. So we moved. Anyway, we're here, and that's that. It feels so weird. We're here. It was really good to see Josie. And Emily complete, like, we did really well, and I've had a few conversations from that, but there's just, don't know what it is, but like, it's like this is one of the first times I really noticed physical symptoms of anxiety. Literally my stomach is just, the idea of talk about charity, just can't do it. I keep saying yeah, I'm going to do it, yeah, mad. So if people come over, I'll talk about it, but I'm not going hunting. I just can't do it. I just can't bring myself to do it today. It's a shame.
I would say cheese, but it can be quite fattening and not good for fitness.
I'll enjoy the race. That day that I sent to one of my friends, Ben, one of the trustees of the charity, because that's how I deal with my anxiety. I try to work out if it is anxiety. I try to work out how I'm feeling, and then I try to look for support when I can, when I know what I need. I just need someone to listen, or I just need someone to try and help or understand. So I sent him a couple of videos. I didn't put any pressure on myself. I didn't force myself to speak to too many people. Just before I was due to go and do Cyclone Race itself and take part and run for mental health with the flag on, and the complete irony, Tom turned up. We had a laugh, had a hug. It was nice to see him, and I told him as well, and we had a chat. And he said, just go and enjoy the race. Go and enjoy the race. And I said, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. That's my go-to. Fitness is my go-to. So I did that. I absolutely loved it. I got out there. I started running around. Started on the row, the ski, the run. Like, obviously, everything just seemed to fall into place. And by the end of the challenge, I think it took me like 54 minutes. It was a really good atmosphere. My cloud had started to lift. My anxiety had gone. Had a nice catch up with Tom and Catherine, his wife, after, and talking about the anxiety helped. Using exercise helped. And then I was being mindful that I actually had to pack up, so I couldn't get any single person to do burpees that day that I'd asked them to. And as I was packing up, I was thinking, well, at least I've survived, at least I've got through today. But then someone who'd seen the videos about what we were going to try and do came and said hello. We had an amazing conversation, and now Mika has shared within her community, and I think 4 of them have now signed up for the Great South Run in Portsmouth in October, and we've had a couple more sign up for the London Landmarks Half Marathon since Cyclone Race. We've had more people reach out because of they saw the flag. So I guess what I'm trying to say is, you now understand a little bit more about why this charity means something to me, because there's moments where I am having my little wobble and I'm human and I struggle to talk about the charity and what it means to me and what we're trying to do. So I'm also asking for help, because when we have these events, I'd love anyone else there coming along, being a part of those days, getting other people involved. So yeah, I hope you can relate to this in some kind of way. I hope this inspires you, because exercise really helps me, and more importantly, talking to my friends and my wife about what I'm going through really helps me. Keep chipping.